Hey guys, it's KT.
Hi, this is Dellany and our lovely guest,
Cheryl Bedford.
Yes.
Cheryl Bedford. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking every week about getting Cheryl here.
What is like since we started in October? Wait, was it October or August when we started?
I think it was October.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. But ever since then, we have been every week we say, Cheryl, we got to have you on. We got to have you on. And she's been extremely busy for reasons she'll be telling you about. But we got her on today.
Yeah, you did.
So for everybody who doesn't know who she is.
Oh, okay. Well, most importantly, she's my genuine friend in real life.
Sometimes.
We go back and forth on this. But great friend of mine. And she is also an extraordinary producer.
Yes,
and she is also the founder of a very important organization called the JTC List, named after her mother, Joan Teresa Curtis. It's a very special woman who I had the honor of meeting. Yes. So, and actually, Cheryl, why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about all of these things?
Okay. So the actual organization is Women of Color Unite. That is the actual organization. From that, we created the JTC List, which is a Google Doc of women of color in the entertainment industry. When we started, what was that, the last Sunday of February or something like that? We were at a little under 100, and now we're at almost 600 in a year. So we just had our Gala, which I guess we'll be talking about, which was fun. I finally have recovered from that. Wow. Thank you both for coming and doing duties on the purple carpet.
Yes.
Purple, not red. On the purple carpet, it was amazing. We had a really good time. So
it was a great time. And we also actually have a group. By the way, I volunteer for the JTC List, and it's the best organization that anyone could volunteer for. And everybody, by the way, donate. We're just going to keep saying that. Donate.
Yes. Donate
to this organization. You will not be sorry. But we also have a group on Facebook that has grown. It's growing tremendously. It's like fire. We're up to almost 1,500 members in the group. And guys, this is less than a year. And it just shows you when there's a need for something, people come running. And I love the camaraderie. Everybody's supportive of each other, and if you were even an ally for women of color particularly, just check this out. It's the best organization. I can't say enough about it, so thank you for allowing me to be a part of that with you. The Gala was wonderful, by the way. Yeah, it was great. KT and I were there. Everybody here was there.
Everybody in this room.
The people you don't see who are behind these cameras, they were there. The Gala, I don't know how Cheryl pulled it off. To quite honestly, how many people showed up again?
About 400.
Probably a little more than 400, 430,
We'll just say 400. That's enough to sort of wrap my head around.
And in Los Angeles, Cheryl, how hard is it to get even like 10 people to show up for something?
It was nice. I knew it was going to be special when Loretta Devine showed up.
Yes.
I'm a huge Broadway fan, as are you.
Yes,
original Dream Girls. When she was one of the first people to show up, I was like, we might have something special here on our hands. Right. And then the councilman for the area, because we had it at the California African American Museum, Karen Price showed up. I was like, oh, okay, we're just going to do some stuff here tonight. Yeah. And then, of course, we had you perform, and we showed a little bit of She's Too Fat. So,
coming soon. Coming soon.
Yes, it is coming soon. I'm a very big believer in, though our group is for women of color, as you said, on the Facebook, and it's 1 year. It's exactly 1 year. And our Facebook group is for us and our allies. Our Google group in the list is just for women of color. But I think what we're really good at is that, though obviously Women of Color Unite is for women of color, I think the umbrella as far as like helping people out, volunteering, working with other groups. I think that's what we're really good at. I think that too many people think to be inclusive means you have to exclude someone, right? So remember, we had those gorgeous gift baskets. Riboli Wine was one of our sponsors, and they gave me 2 gorgeous gift baskets. And one went to Brad Haskell, who always, lights our step and repeat. I call him one of my white boys with trucks because he always comes with equipment, and he volunteers, and he's wonderful. And the other one was to Kelly Perrine. The actor who always lends me his house that was where the original event was. That's where we have a lot of our meetings, panels, workshops, seminars, all of that kind of stuff. And to me, we had to be able to honor those who help support us, right? So, and it's funny because the gift baskets were actually at Kelly's house, and then Brad actually brought them to the California African American Museum. And after I gave them to them, they were both like, yeah, we were both eyeing those, wondering, who's getting these? And I was like, Kelly, it goes back to your house. I mean, I really should have left it there. But, and I think that that's what we're good at, which is why we had Fatch perform and why we showed She's Too Fat, because I think at everything that we do, all of our sort of larger events, I want to be able to amplify other marginalized voices.
Yes,
right?
and what would that be exactly? That we've talked about. Yeah.
Sizeism.
Sizeism.
So
let's talk about sizeism.
Let's talk about sizeism.
Because Sheryl, as you can see, like look at this woman. She's a perfect, as far as society standards, not Hollywood.
Not Hollywood. I'm still fat.
Yeah, Hollywood. You are, girl.
I'm still fat.
She is so fat. Like in Hollywood. To be clear, in Hollywood. Yes. But Sheryl, you go back home. You go to you know where we're from, East Coast.
Yeah.
You're looking kind of skinny.
I am. Yeah. So you're gonna tell people?
Well, I think you should. Okay. That's why. This is why you care about sizeism.
I absolutely care about sizes, and so for those people who don't know, and I'd say half my friends know. Well, a lot of my friends know, but a lot of my newer people, I lost 100 pounds.
I lost 100
pounds from 276.8 down to 174. And I talk numbers. And at one point, I was actually 315 pounds. And I lost that and went down to 235, which was a size 16. I'm 5'8". Like, I was healthy. I was working out. And then I was sick and didn't know it. I had this weird thing called hypoparathyroidism. You'll see the scar right here. 2 operations later, but I gained 40 pounds in 2 years. Well, over 3 years, but the last year, 25 pounds. And so after the operations and I was cleared to go work out again, I just wanted to lose that 40 that I had gained. Right. And so I just joined Weight Watchers. A friend of mine in my building and lost like 150 pounds. I was like, sounds good. Called up my old trainer, started doing it. But as you know, my mother had passed away that same year.
That was a year for you.
Ooh,
that was
2016.
Yeah. Which is what the list is named after, correct?
So the list is named after my mother, Joan Teresa Curtis. And so I noticed that when I started losing weight, I looked more and more like her.
Yeah, I love this.
And I liked it. Yeah. And so it just kept going. That and being over a certain age, 50. The idea of also turning my body into an athlete. A lot of people don't know. My mother, you always comment on my legs. They come from my mother.
Do I always comment on your legs?
You always comment on my legs. Like, yeah, see, I got that. But they're actually my mother. But my mother actually won a gold medal in the Junior Olympics for track and field.
Wow.
And so when I kept going, I liked seeing her face look back at me because I'd been heavy all my life.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about it. I was a child model for Lane Bryant. And Lane Bryant used to have a child section. This, like all the fashion and everything, I've always done that. Yeah. I don't care what size I've been. I was like, clothes, shoes, yeah, more.
Well, speaking of fashion and your legs, let's go really quick, guys. We have something to show you from the gala. It's the purple carpet. So check it out.
Here at the JTC List and a lot of excitement going on. Cheryl Bedford, the queen. You are the queen.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm even a little overwhelmed at all of this.
Cheryl put all of this together. Cheryl,
a lot of help from my friends.
Yes. Is there anything you'd like to say just in general about this organization that you have founded?
It is a 1-year anniversary of Women of Color Unite in the JTC List. All I'm going to do is say our tagline: hire, fund, distribute. Hire women of color, fund their projects, distribute their content.
Cheryl, where can people donate money to your organization?
They can go to our website. Thank you very much for saying that. They can go to our website, which is www.vocunite.com or .org, because we own both since we became a 501c3, /donate. Yeah. Give us money.
If you don't know anything else to do, give them money. This is the best organization happening right now, right, Cheryl?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So I am pleased to introduce Miss Marla, as everyone knows who she is. We are so honored to have you here for the JTC List.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
And then how did you hear about the JTC List?
Well, my daughter has worked with Sheryl a lot at AFI, and that's how we connect.
Wonderful. Do you have a message for all the women of color filmmakers who are going to be hearing you this evening? What they can do to keep just never giving up? Do you have a message for them?
They should have to remember who they are and who they're connected to, which is God,
Yes.
who controls everything. And if they don't get out of line, their turn will come.
That is some great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Effie, even though everyone knows you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm so happy to be here is what I am, and grateful to be getting this award. My name is Effie Brown. I'm a film and television producer that's been around a very long time.
Yes, and she's been stirring good trouble. I've been following her for a while. Yeah.
Always. The repercussions are fierce, but they're worth it.
They are definitely worth it because you have come a long way. The JTC List, Effie, what were your thoughts?
I was super excited. I was like, I finally feel like I made it. So I was, no, real talk. No, I really did. I had that moment. I was supposed to be with Marla Gibbs. I was like, Miss Marla Gibbs. It was very exciting.
Yeah. I'm so pleased to announce we have Miss Loretta Devine here with us. Hi. How are you?
I am great tonight.
My name is Sarah Jones, and I am a staff writer on Family Reunion Netflix.
And my name is Dawn Mallory, and I'm the co-producer of the show. Our show is it's a family reunion. It really is. The people that are involved in the show have really bonded, and it just is an extension of our culture and what we have to show the world, and we hope that everybody has the opportunity to join in.
It's such an incredible show. There is singing, baby. There is dancing. There is all kinds of things that you never dreamed you'd see on a television show like this. There is the church, honey. Richard Roundtree is playing a pastor, honey, of a gospel church. It is something to see. I am so excited about this show because I really believe that it's one of the best things that's going to hit TV as of ever. Netflix is so lucky to have us.
Who are you wearing?
Oh, yes. So I am wearing Onita Parker. Onita Parker made my dress.
Look at that. Beautiful. Anita Parker, the one and only. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your beautiful outfit, and tell us if you designed
Well, I'm a costume designer and clothing designer and production designer, a lot of things. Wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
And I love silver. And yes, I did design this dress and I did make it. And I'm here representing the JTC List.
You're always in the middle of the JTC List. Why is that?
Well, I love the JTC List, and Cheryl Bedford and I go way back. We've been working together for, I've known her almost 20 years.
Wow.
I think I've known her longer than my wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it's shocking. I've known Cheryl forever.
And she's a wonderful woman to know. And what is this group called? Fetch! And our founder, Nikki, is right here. So, Nikki, why don't you tell us a little bit about Fetch?
Sure. I started Fetch, which means fat sketch comedy. I started the group to increase awareness of people of size in Hollywood. So you got a bunch of fat writers and fat actors on stage showing you how to be funny without fat being the butt of the joke.
And then, Kathy, as far as what you know about the JTC List, what we're performing this evening, tell us your thoughts about helping women of color get work.
I like actionable items. I like things that we can do, and this night is celebrating the things that people have done.
She's a Wonder Woman in Los Angeles, and we get the pleasure to work together through the JTC List. So how do you feel about the growth that you've seen from one year to today?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like last year we were sitting in a living room with almost 200 women just talking about diversity and how to get each other hired and get our stuff funded and distributed. And look, oh my God, look at where we are now.
Here we are. What are your thoughts about the JTC List? Have you seen the growth? Have you?
Oh my God, I was there at the beginning. One of the first meetings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
it's grown tremendously, and it's so amazing what God is doing and how so many women are being blessed just from this list.
I agree. Tell us how you know about the JTC list.
Well, one of the things about it, I think about women coming together and just celebrating people is just amazing. And a couple of my friends actually are part of the organization, so it makes it big.
When did you first hear about the JTC list, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I actually was introduced to the list about 8 months ago when I moved to town, and it was the first thing that I did and the most exciting thing that I've done in recent months because it's been just an amazing group of women who are not only incredibly talented at what they do and such a broad range, but some of the most generous women that literally I've met.
Thanks everybody for your time. Please again follow the JTC list and also Fat TV World with KT and me, Dellany. Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. That was an awesome purple carpet.
Well, you did really good.
Oh, thank you.
And I love that little pose that you did like that. That was awesome.
That was awesome. And your outfit, I mean, again, fashion, where we just left off.
Right.
Yeah, incredible. And that was, she personally made that for you, right?
Anita Parker, her wife, Rosa Goodman, who I'm actually going to be doing a movie with. Rosa's directing and I'm producing. Anita Parker was my costume designer on a bunch of my movies. So she designed and she was a production designer for the event, and she made my dress. Yeah. She's gonna make all my dresses from now on.
Wow, Cheryl has her own couture designer.
Yes, I do.
Yes, well, you looked amazing, and everybody, as y'all can see from that clip, looked amazing. And I will have to agree that the host was stellar.
Very good.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
and the
she was.
location. Talk about the location.
Yeah.
How you guys got that. That was interesting.
How did you get that?
California African American Museum. Reed Rich, actually, our publicist, had gone to an event there last year or something, and she had mentioned it when we were looking for a venue, and I actually called them and told them they are my venue. So from now on, any of the larger events that we're going to have, next year's gala is going to be there. We're actually thinking about, Scoop, we're actually thinking about doing in December. When we honored Marla Gibbs, I realized that we need to honor more of the women of color who've come before us, our elders who've come before us.
Yes.
So we're going to do an auntie
I love
brunch.
it. Auntie.
Auntie brunch.
Yes.
With women of color in the entertainment industry who've come before us.
And what are the rules, Cheryl, for auntie? Like, is there an age on that? Like, we've kind of had a conversation about what defines an auntie here.
I'm saying 70 plus.
A copy.
Right?
Okay,
I'm
cool.
saying
Marla was 70?
Oh, she's older.
Yeah, she's older.
Whoa,
than that.
she looked good though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I think she's in her 80s.
Isn't she in her 80s? Yeah.
She's in her 80s.
Yeah.
And so, but I want to have an auntie brunch. It's just going to be the women of color and my board members and people who help out. You can come.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, friend. Thanks, pal. Can I be there?
Yes, you can be there. And the women, we're figuring probably maybe about between our group and the women about 250.
Hire, fund, distribute, right?
Yep.
I just love it every time you say that.
Yep.
And speaking of distribution, you let us show She's Too Fat that day.
I love She's Too Fat. I love She's Too Fat. You guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
For as much as I tease you about not being a friend of mine, obviously you're a very good friend of mine, and I think
we have it on film now, so
Yep.
we can't take no backsies.
Okay.
And
Everybody heard that. Sorry. Go ahead.
we're going to show you guys right now a little teaser from She's Too Fat.
Yes.
Yes!
Really?
Really? You're not going to get any work.
That's funny.
You're too big and you're too small. You've got that curly hair.
Well, you know what? When I start going out on those auditions and booking them, I'm going to prove you and everybody else out there wrong.
I can tell you're an actress.
Interesting.
That was the teaser.
And a big congrats to our creator.
Oh my God, I could not have done it without y'all sitting right here, by the way.
Not me, I didn't do anything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I know we
get to
talk
that in a
about
minute.
She's Too Fat a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Cheryl, what is when you first saw it, what did you think?
I thought that it was true to life. I think that we put way too much onus on how much somebody weighs. Not just in this country, obviously, but also within the entertainment industry. And the fact that there's so many marginalized voices that we just don't give any credence to. I don't care whether it's women of color. Basically, I don't care whether we're talking about racism, sexism, that intersection, or whether we're talking about ageism, sizeism, colorism within racism. I think we need to combat them all at the same time. Let's talk about, even within the disabled word, let's talk about ableism. Tatiana Lee, who is in our group, who is in a wheelchair, she talks about the fact that even when there are those roles out there, they don't call for a black woman in a wheelchair, right? So it all intersects, and unless we fight one at the exact same time that we fight all the others, then we're never going to get anywhere, because we'll always fall back to one of the other isms, right? So it's always, this time at the gala, it was very important for me to talk about sizeism, and also because of the fact that in all the conversations you and I've had regarding how people treat fat people, right? I mentioned at the gala that people take me more seriously at this weight at a size 10 than they did at a size 20.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
People do. We've
talked about, because while she was losing weight, I've gained weight. And we were talking about how the difference is you started experiencing things that I stopped experiencing.
Right.
Yeah. Like even just a man holding the door open for you.
Yes.
That started happening for you. Now they just shut it in my face.
I don't think it's the size that they shut it in your face.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
No, but it's so funny. I just remember she was losing weight, I was gaining weight, and we started we crossed.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did. The most interesting thing is one of the things that I mentioned to you, where I would walk into a room and everybody wanted to talk to me. And I was like, yeah, everybody wants to talk to me. Now I walk into a room, nobody wants to talk to me. I was like, wait, what? And it dawned on me that the reason people wanted to talk to me was like, oh, who is that confident fat chick?
Wow. Interesting.
People were like, who is that confident? So they wanted to get to know me because they're like, how dare she be that, she's that confident, right?
So confident.
Now when I walk into a room and I'm confident, they're like, of course, look at her.
Right.
So
it comes with a package.
Yeah. But to a certain extent, I lost what sort of made me special. And a friend of mine actually said, why do you feel like you need to be the center of attention? I said, I don't need to be, I just was.
You just were, yeah.
I didn't realize that people wanted to talk to me because they were like, she's so confident. Why is she so confident being, 315 pounds or 235 pounds or whatever it was, right? And so now I walk into the room, I'm like, ooh, I actually have to, I got to work at this? What? I gotta work at this. I'm used to just walking in and people going, ooh, look at her. Because, you command a room. And I've always had, my self-confidence has absolutely nothing to do with the way that I look, right?
This is so important for everyone here, too, because earlier when she mentioned Weight Watchers for her,
right?
You know that I don't, I'm different in my way of thinking of these things, but we agree to disagree politely and respectfully. However, it is important, she's saying this, everybody who's watching, but you need to hear that when you were heavier, you loved yourself.
Yes.
And this is something that gets lost in the weight loss journey or whatever people are doing. They think that losing the weight is going to make them happy, but it's not about that.
Here's the funny thing. At all my Weight Watchers meetings, that is one of the main things that I always tell people, is that if you don't like yourself now, you are not going to like yourself when you lose weight.
Amen.
And for me, and I have said this a million times, which is the best thing my mother ever did was make me a child model for Lane Bryant as a kid. Because I grew up knowing two things. Number one, I have a mirror, I know I'm pretty. Number two, I have a scale, I know I'm fat. Nothing else. On the same hand, when people go, hey, you're really pretty, I go,
Nice.
They're like, wait,
that's
what
funny.
She didn't say yes or
so
thank you.
Everyone wants us to say thank you when they tell us that.
Because when people would go, oh, you're fat, I go, If I'm going to have the reaction to one, I need to have the reaction to the other, right? If one isn't going to affect me, the other one shouldn't. Right. And it doesn't. You know? I mean, look, I like when you say, hey, you have new shoes. Yes, I have new shoes.
We will get to that.
No, I know. When you take time, when you find something, a piece of clothing that's nice, like I love fashion and all of that, but that's not about the way that I look per se, right? That's just about the fact that I like clothes and aren't these really cute shoes. I'm not saying that, whether I have the shoes or not, how I feel about myself, right? So that has always been, I think, sort of different about me and my weight loss journey is that I did it for very, very specific reasons. First of all, I was sick, had 2 operations. The weight that I gained was not natural. And then when I started losing weight, I looked like my mother, and I wanted to see what I could do, and I turned this 50-year-old body, or now 52-year-old body, into an athlete, and I've kept the weight off. And I bounce back and forth like anybody,
And
up 10, down 10, up 20,
can
down
we share
20.
that you did make it public. What did you have to eat last night?
Oh, yeah. So I had a Big Mac with bacon and fries, and it was good. Here's a funny thing.
I had McDonald's too, 2 days
so
ago,
good.
but it's every once in a while it's okay. It is.
But here's the interesting thing. The drink, I gave it to a friend of mine who was in the car. I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking those empty calories. Now I will eat and here's the best part about it. When I got up to go to the gym this morning, Tuesdays, normally I don't burn as many calories in 65 minutes, right? On Mondays, it's all cardio. Today, in 65 minutes, I burned over 1,200 calories. I was like, that was a Big Mac. It just kept me going, right? That was a Big Mac.
Yes.
It just, it gave, that thing, it gives you wings, like whatever those commercials are. Yeah, the Big Mac gave me wings, gave me energy, and I was able to, burn 1,200 and some odd calories.
Who does that?
So as you're doing this, what's one self-care that you do for yourself that you make sure you do every week?
One.
Just one.
What could that be?
I mean, you could have 2 or 3, but
after the gala and everything, and this whole idea, we were talking about it earlier regarding diversity and inclusion, is that it's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight to get people to deal with all the isms at once. A lot of people want to fight one, and then they're like, and we'll take care of the other one. I was like, yeah, that hasn't worked for women of color, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And changing the way that a lot of people even want to talk about diversity and inclusion. So for me, we're going to talk about the shoes. It's the shoes. Can we get a close-up?
Can we get? Is there waiting to get those? Oh, here we go. Here we go. You gotta see these.
I'm
you gotta maneuver your actual.
Put it down there.
You see the rainbow?
Anyway.
We'll put a picture up on our Instagram.
We'll put them up.
Instant Facebook, catch it out.
And a friend, my friend Manon, I showed her the shoes. I sent her a picture, and she's like, "You're walking on rainbows." I was like, "Oh, I like that."
Well, tell the audience how they can find you online and get involved.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let Dellany handle, because she is actually our social media producer. So I'm just Cheryl_CLBP, which stands for Cheryl L. Bedford Productions. So you can find me at Cheryl_CLBP on Twitter, on Instagram, and then it's the JTC List.
And then women of color and genuine allies of women of color, you can be part of our group to help women get work. And if anybody wants the list, the email is, I don't want to mess this up.
It's the JTC List at gmail.com if you want, because it's not a searchable database. We send it to people within the entertainment industry. So if you want it, and we have people like Time's Up Entertainment's on our Facebook page, Gersh, the Gersh Agency, a few other places are actually on the. But one last thing, WOCUnite.com/donate,
where you can watch us, Fat TV World. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we're going to have a website coming up soon that's going to be Fat TV World, and I will let you know where we're going to launch that. So again, thank you to Cheryl.
Thank you so much, Cheryl,
for being with us.
She's here.
And guys, come see us next week. And anything else you want to say to them?
I just want to say that I'm so happy to finally get Cheryl in this space, and this is going to continue with her. So everybody, please follow her journey with the organization, and also just herself. I mean, how cool is she? And her heels. But thanks everybody. They're beautiful. Thanks for everybody so much for tuning in, and just stay with us, and she's too fat.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.